Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive? We're tackling PhenQ today.
Yeah.
This weight loss supplement that's making some pretty bold claims.
Yeah,
We're going to see if it lives up to the hype, right?
absolutely.
Our main source is an article from the Peninsula Daily News.
Okay.
It's titled, "Is PhenQ really the best Ozempic weight loss OTC alternative in 2024?"
Interesting.
Published just recently, September 27th.
Got it.
So pretty timely.
Yeah.
We're going to break down how PhenQ supposedly works, what's in it, the whole 9 yards.
Sounds good.
All right, so the article really pushes this idea of PhenQ being like a multifaceted approach to weight loss.
I see.
It claims to be natural and safe, especially compared to, prescription weight loss drugs.
Right, right.
What do you think about that? Like, is that
Well, I mean, it's certainly
a unique approach?
it is. It's appealing to a lot of people because, weight loss is complex.
Right.
It's not just about burning fat.
Well,
It's about, cravings, energy levels, even mood.
Exactly.
So targeting all of those at once, I mean, that's a big draw for people who are struggling.
Absolutely. So how does PhenQ actually claim to do all that?
Well, they...
Because it sounds kind of overwhelming.
It does. It does.
They mention these 5 main mechanisms.
Right.
Thermogenesis, appetite suppression,
Okay.
fat blockage, energy boost, and then mood enhancement.
A lot going on.
It's a lot. So let's break it down one by one,
Okay. Sounds good.
starting with thermogenesis.
All right. So thermogenesis, think of it like turning up your body's internal thermostat.
I see.
So you're burning more calories
Okay.
just to produce heat.
So boosting your metabolism, essentially.
Exactly.
But, like, how much can a supplement actually influence that?
That's the big question.
Right.
There are ingredients that can increase metabolism a little bit, but whether it's enough to make a real difference,
Right.
that's debatable.
Okay, what about appetite suppression? Does PhenQ really work like a portion control system?
And that's what they claim.
Yeah.
Some ingredients might make you feel fuller, but it really varies from person to person.
Right.
You can't just rely on a supplement to control your appetite.
Sure.
You have to think about mindful eating,
Exactly.
your overall diet.
It's not a magic pill, right?
Exactly.
It's not going to solve everything.
No, it's not.
Okay, and then there's fat blockage.
Yeah.
Which sounds kind of intense.
Yeah, it does.
Like preventing your body from actually absorbing fat.
Right. So the idea
Yeah.
is that even if you eat fat,
Yeah.
it just kind of passes through.
Wow.
But, even if an ingredient partially blocks fat absorption, it's not a free pass to eat whatever you want.
Right.
You still have to make healthy choices.
Of course. Okay, and energy boost.
Yeah.
Every supplement seems to promise that.
They do.
So what makes PhenQ different?
Well, PhenQ does have B vitamins,
Okay.
which are, essential for energy.
Right.
But, a real energy boost comes from a lot of things like sleep, good nutrition,
Sure.
exercise.
Of course.
You can't just take a pill and expect to be energized if you're not
Exactly.
taking care of yourself.
You got to do the work.
You do.
Okay, and finally, mood enhancement.
Right.
How does that even tie into weight loss?
So a lot of people struggle with emotional eating. When you're stressed or down, you reach for the snacks.
Right.
So if PhenQ can help stabilize your mood,
Okay.
it might indirectly help with weight loss.
By reducing those cravings, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense.
But you can't just rely on a supplement to manage emotional eating.
Right.
You have to address the underlying issues. The stress, the anxiety, whatever it might be.
Absolutely. So it sounds like while this multifaceted approach sounds good, we need to manage our expectations and really understand what these mechanisms mean
Exactly.
and what they can actually do.
For sure.
Now, let's get into the specifics.
Okay.
What are some of the key ingredients in PhenQ?
All right. So the article highlights a few. Capsamax powder.
Capsamax powder.
Yeah, it's derived from chili peppers.
Wait, so this weight loss supplement has
It does.
hot peppers in it?
It does. It sounds strange.
Yeah.
But it contains capsaicinoids,
Okay.
which can slightly increase metabolism and calorie burning.
So it's like the spiciness is...
Well, it's not about feeling the burn. It's more about that capsaicinoids can raise your body temperature a bit.
Oh, I see.
Which can boost your metabolic rate.
Okay, so a little bit of a...
Just a little bit.
A kickstart.
Yeah, just a little boost.
Interesting. What else is in this concoction?
Okay, so there's also chromium picolinate.
Chromium picolinate.
Yeah, it's a mineral that helps regulate blood sugar.
Okay.
Which could help curb cravings.
For sugar, especially.
Yeah, for sugary foods.
Got it.
But the research is still kind of mixed on whether it actually helps with weight loss.
So it might be good for blood sugar control.
It could be.
But not necessarily a guarantee for weight loss.
Not necessarily, no.
What about some of the more unusual ingredients?
Oh, yeah.
The article mentioned a cactus.
Yes, nopal cactus.
Nopal cactus.
It's a good source of fiber,
okay,
which can help you feel full.
So it's more about the fiber than the cactus itself.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of fruits and vegetables have fiber.
Right. Rice makes sense.
It's not just this magical cactus.
Okay, got it. What else is there?
Okay, so there's L-carnitine fumarate.
L-carnitine fumarate.
It's an amino acid. It helps transport fatty acids to your cell's mitochondria,
okay,
where they can be used for energy.
So it's helping your body use fat for fuel.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Interesting.
It's often marketed as a fat burner.
Okay.
But again, the research is limited.
So even if it helps your body use fat more efficiently, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll lose a ton of weight.
Right, exactly.
Right.
It's about the nuances. It's not a magic bullet.
Got it.
There's also Inoslim.
Inoslim.
It's a blend of ginseng and astragalus extracts.
Interesting.
And they say it can stimulate fat-burning hormones and reduce carb absorption.
Wow. That sounds...
It does, but
things.
the research on Inoslim is pretty limited.
Oh.
A lot of the information comes from the manufacturer.
So not necessarily independent studies.
Right. We need more research.
Got it.
To know for sure.
And lastly, B vitamins and iodine.
Yes. B vitamins are crucial for energy and metabolism.
Right.
And iodine is important for your thyroid.
Which also affects metabolism.
Exactly. But most people get enough of these through their diet.
So maybe not necessary to supplement.
It might not be, no.
Okay, so we've got this mix of ingredients.
We do.
Each with its own mechanism. Some with more scientific backing than others.
Right.
But before we jump to conclusions, let's talk about the benefits that PhenQ is claiming.
Okay. Sounds good.
What are they actually promising?
Well, they claim that PhenQ can help you burn fat, reduce fat accumulation, crush cravings, boost energy, and balance your mood.
So basically, it's those 5 mechanisms, but packaged as, like, tangible benefit.
Exactly. It sounds impressive.
It does. It does.
But are these claims backed by evidence?
That's the big question, right?
That is the question, because PhenQ might contain some ingredients that have shown some potential in those areas, but the overall effectiveness, it's not really conclusive. It's not a sure thing.
It's not a sure thing.
Okay.
And we have to remember that supplements aren't regulated as strictly as pharmaceuticals.
Right. Yeah.
So it's important to be careful.
Be discerning.
Yeah, be discerning.
Okay, so even if there are small studies that show some promise for individual ingredients, it doesn't mean that PhenQ as a whole will deliver.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we can't forget about the placebo effect.
Oh, the placebo effect.
Yeah. If someone believes a supplement will work, they might subconsciously make lifestyle changes.
Oh, that's interesting.
That contribute to weight loss.
So it's like the belief itself
can be powerful.
Have an impact.
It can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
The article mentioned some potential side effects.
It did.
Should people be concerned about those?
Well, it's always good to be aware of potential side effects, even with natural supplements.
Of course.
The article listed nausea, headache, digestive issues.
Yeah. Insomnia as possibilities.
Not fun.
Not fun at all.
And are those side effects potentially related to
They could be.
The stimulants?
Yeah, some of those side effects
could
be from the stimulant effects of some of the ingredients.
Like the capsaicin.
Exactly.
Okay, so if someone is sensitive to stimulants, they might be more prone to those side effects.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay.
And, everyone's different.
Right.
What might cause mild side effects in one person could be more severe for someone else.
That makes sense. Oh.
So it's about knowing your own body, your sensitivities, and of course, talking to your doctor.
Always.
Before starting any new supplement.
Good advice. Now let's talk about the company behind PhenQ.
Yeah, right.
Who are these people making these promises?
So the manufacturer is Wolfson Brands, UK Limited.
Wolfson Brands, okay.
They say that PhenQ is made in facilities that meet
Yeah.
Good manufacturing practices.
Good manufacturing practices.
Or GMP.
GMP, okay.
And are FDA approved.
FDA approved, all right. So those sound like important things.
They are. They're indicators of quality control and safety.
Okay, but what do they actually mean for the consumer?
So GMP means that the product is made consistently according to specific guidelines.
So it's like a stamp of approval
kind of,
that it's been manufactured responsibly.
Exactly. Yeah. And while the FDA doesn't specifically approve supplements, having FDA-approved facilities means the manufacturing process meets certain standards for safety and hygiene.
So it's one piece of the puzzle when you're considering a supplement.
It's one thing to consider.
Right. It's like checking the safety rating on a car.
Yeah, good analogy.
But you still want to know how it performs.
When you do.
The gas mileage, all that.
Exactly.
Speaking of other factors.
Yeah.
Let's talk about cost.
All right, the price tag.
Yes, we can't ignore that.
No, we can't.
So what's the damage?
So a single bottle of PhenQ is $69.99.
Okay.
They offer discounts if you buy multiple bottles.
All right, so bulk buying.
Yeah, and there's a subscription option too.
So you could save some money.
You could.
If you commit long term.
If you commit, yeah.
Okay, but is it really worth the investment?
That's a good question.
Right.
It's a question everyone has to answer for themselves.
Of course.
You know, it's helpful to compare the cost of PhenQ to other weight loss approaches.
Like gym memberships.
Yeah.
Diet programs.
Exactly.
Even therapy if you're dealing with emotional eating.
It's about evaluating the return on investment and considering all your options.
I'm factoring in the potential for long-term use.
Exactly, because if you need to take it continuously, those costs can add up.
Yeah, for sure.
So be realistic about the financial commitment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've discussed the claims, the ingredient,
the side effects,
the manufacturing,
cost,
and the cost. But the big question is, does it actually work?
Well, the article itself kind of gives a mixed message. They highlight some positive user reviews, but they also acknowledge that there's not a lot of scientific evidence
to back up all the claims.
Right.
And it's important to remember.
Yes, this is important.
That this article is sponsored content.
It is, meaning the company paid to have it published.
So those glowing testimonials might not be.
You have to take some.
Completely unbiased.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your takeaway?
My takeaway.
For someone considering PhenQ.
Proceed with caution.
Okay.
Manage your expectations. Don't just rely on testimonials. Or marketing claims.
Okay.
Do your own research. Talk to your doctor.
Good advice.
And be prepared that it might not be the miracle solution.
That it's made out to be. Be an informed consumer.
Be an informed consumer.
Okay, and remember.
That
sustainable weight loss.
It's a journey.
It's a journey.
Not a quick fix.
Not a quick fix.
It often involves lifestyle changes.
Right.
Behavior modifications. Addressing the underlying causes.
Of the weight gain.
Exactly.
So PhenQ might be a part of some people's journey.
It might.
But it's important to
be realistic.
Be realistic and have that.
A holistic perspective.
Okay. Now, before we wrap up.
Yeah.
I want to talk about one more thing.
Okay.
That I think is important.
Right.
It's this idea of individual variation.
Okay.
Even if PhenQ does have some effectiveness, it probably won't work the same way.
Right.
For everyone.
That's a great point.
Right.
Factors like genetics, metabolism, body composition, lifestyle habits, all of that.
It all plays a role.
Influences how someone responds to any intervention.
Okay, so one person might see results.
Right.
And another person taking the same dose might not see any changes.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it's hard to predict who will fall into which category.
Right.
There's no one-size-fits-all solution.
No magic formula.
Okay. It's about recognizing that complexity
of the human body.
It
makes sense.
And it emphasizes the importance of personalized approaches.
To weight management.
Yeah.
What works for your friend might not work for you.
And vice versa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's crucial to listen to your body.
Pay
attention to how it responds. And be willing to adjust your approach.
Be willing to adjust, absolutely.
As needed.
It's a process of trial and error.
Okay.
Self-discovery. Finding what works best for you.
Well said. Okay, now I think it's time to shift our focus back to you, the listener. And the big decision you're facing.
The big decision. So after learning all about PhenQ, what are your thoughts?
Do you think it's something you'd try?
I mean, there are some appealing aspects.
Sure.
Like the idea of tackling multiple weight loss challenges at once.
Right, hitting appetite, energy, mood, all of that.
Exactly.
Maybe those unique ingredients, like the capsaicin from the chili peppers.
They caught my attention, too.
Right, it's like, who knew?
Yeah.
But on the flip side, there are those potential side effects.
Those are definitely worth considering.
Nausea, headaches,
Not pleasant.
Not ideal. And for some people, that might be a deal breaker.
Absolutely.
And then there's the whole thing about the lack of conclusive evidence.
Yeah, that's a big one for a lot of people.
Right, wanting that scientific backing. So it's a tough call.
It is.
We're not here to tell you what to do.
Right, we just want to give you the information.
Exactly, equip you with the knowledge.
So you can make an informed decision.
Because at the end of the day, you're the expert on your own body.
You know yourself best.
Your health history, your goals.
What you're comfortable with.
Exactly.
So take some time to digest everything we've talked about.
Yeah, weigh the pros and cons.
Revisit the risks.
Think about your budget and your lifestyle.
Are you ready to make those changes?
That often go hand in hand with weight loss.
Right. It's not just about popping a pill.
Exactly.
It's about a holistic approach.
And if you're still unsure,
don't hesitate to talk to a healthcare professional.
Always good advice.
They can give you personalized guidance.
Based on your individual needs.
Exactly.
All right, so this deep dive was just the beginning.
The start of your journey.
Keep learning, keep exploring.
And keep making choices that empower you.
Love that.
Yeah.
So we've reached the end of our deep dive.
Yeah, we've covered a lot.
We explored PhenQ from every angle, right?
Mechanisms, ingredients.
Side effects.
The company.
The cost. And ultimately, it comes down to you.
To the listener.
To you, the listener. What do you think?
After everything we've discussed.
Yeah, is PhenQ something you would consider trying?
And more importantly, why or why not?
What are the factors that are swaying your decision?
Right. Maybe the potential benefits are really appealing.
Yeah.
Or maybe those side effects are making you hesitant.
Right. Or the cost. Or the lack of conclusive evidence.
Whatever your thoughts are.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Exactly. We're not here to tell you what to do.
We just want to empower you.
Make an informed choice.
A choice that's right for you.
Because you are the expert on your own body.
Absolutely.
We know your health history.
Your goals.
Limitations.
Your preferences.
So take some time to reflect on everything we've talked about.
Weigh the pros and cons.
Think about what you're willing to commit to.
In terms of lifestyle changes.
Because those are often essential.
For sustainable weight loss.
Exactly. It's not just about a supplement.
It's about a holistic approach.
And if you're still on the fence,
talk to your doctor.
Get their perspective.
They can provide personalized guidance.
This deep dive was just the start of your journey.
Keep learning, keep exploring.
And keep making choices that empower you.
To a healthier you.
That's it for today's exploration of PhenQ.
Thanks for joining us.
Until next time, keep diving deep.